Hey everyone, Captain here. Wanted to check in and discuss something Kevin posted. I'm gonna read it for you first and then we'll discuss it. I delete, unfriend, play the fool, humiliate others, etc. every day. Nothing on the internet having to do with me upsets me. My real life is all that matters. Keep reading and laughing from Kevin. Almost instantly, as soon as I read this, I thought, okay, that means one thing. George went and bitched and complained and moaned and cried and then begged him to remove posts about him or something along those lines. He went to Kevin and complained about the post that Kevin made about fast food, the one that I discussed in a previous video. So you know that just burned George to his core. And all he could do was go to the authority figure, which George is really good at because he is a Karen at heart. Go to the authority figure, which in this case was Kevin, and beg him to do something. The same way George went to the cops during GoonCon and begged them to do something. Rather than doing what he said he would do, which is meet up with everybody, he went to the cops, and we know he did, and he hid. Those were his two reactions: to hide and to go to the police. And reading between the lines in Kevin's words here, it's clear to me he's not giving a fuck that George is upset. He's telling us that in a certain sense he agrees with us. And he's telling George, man up and stop being a crybaby. Stop crying. Stop crying about every little thing. Over the years, he said countless times that he doesn't care what another man thinks of him. This proves otherwise. But this also proves that Kevin is the one that doesn't care what other men think of him. George says it, Kevin lives it. Who's surprised by that? Not me. George has only ever been a hypocrite. He's never put his money where his mouth is, not that he has two nickels to rub together. But Kevin is greenlighting it for us, saying, I'm going to keep posting what I post, saying what I say. Goons, have at it. Say what you want about George. You will get no argument from me. And George, tough shit. Kevin is telling you tough shit. That's what he's saying here. Tough shit. Tough titty. And I love it. This is the price you pay for being friends with an attention whore. That's all Kevin wants. He's definitely the school of thought of no publicity is bad publicity. So anytime someone mentions his name or talks about him, in Kevin's mind, it's a win. Even if he can't control the narrative, Kevin's fine with it. So George, all I can say is, hope you are looking forward to more videos from me about you, more reactions from me regarding Kevin's content that addresses you, because I'm going to keep it coming. I can tell you don't like it, and I don't care. You are a public figure. A public figure. And we have every right, as Judge Gibney said, to discuss you, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now, speaking of discussing George, I posted a video last night of him shambling through the library, and I think his appearance bears more discussing. Now, just looking at this picture, this still from that video, you can see the shoes he's wearing are practically collapsing beneath his weight. They can barely support him. It looks like the sole of the left shoe is coming off. I wonder if those are the same shoes that Saunders bought for him years ago. I can't imagine they are, because he would have long since destroyed them. But this image of him says so much. His saggy gut, heaving over his belt, him barely being able to keep his pants up, That's why he hid. This is not a man that's in condition to fight anybody. He knows it. Despite all his tough talk over the years, he knows that he's not in any kind of condition to fight anybody. There's nothing wrong with that. Because he is in his 50s. But just don't sign the checks. You should have learned after losing the house not to sign checks you can't cash. But in this case, it's a figure of speech. So you know he knows he's not fighting anybody. He's not beating anybody up. The idea terrified him for sure. And so he went into hiding. Let his friends be the ones to bear the brunt of GoonCon. He had no intention of meeting up with anybody. Never has, never will. He'll do what he does, and that's hide. Call the police, be a Karen, cry and moan and beg. Begging is probably the only thing he's good at. And I gotta say, we're lucky that we have this indisputable proof provided to us by some really talented folks, so we can examine and talk about him. And he's felt like a big man lately because he's gotten a little bit of information about certain people, but it pales in comparison to what we have. Moments like this, where he shambles through the library like a creature that's more accustomed to darting and flitting about from tree to tree. Like Bigfoot, as Angela so appropriately compared him to. But yeah, we've got some talented people out there keeping tabs on him, sending us information like this, and we're going to keep doing it. I do find it a little bit amusing that a guy that can barely read and barely write spends so much time at the library. But anyway, that's all I got. This is the Captain, signing off.